Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar and I am with you with the specific area of ABFM. Okay, I hope I'm audible as well as clearly visible, everyone. Okay, now today I'm going to talk about a very important area for sure. That is basically how do we pursue towards the area of our ABFM. See, ABFM is coming in the specific area of your upcoming examinations. It would be there, right? It's one of the compulsory subjects in your examination that makes it a very important subject. So if I'm talking about the specific subject, why is it so important that we worry about this subject? Because ultimately this particular subject is going to be there in the examination, and that too the examination is now becoming I would say more challenging every single attempt that is passing by. They are making this examination more and more troublesome. I would say they are making it difficult. So we'll be talking about all the subject part and what kind of questions comes in the examination, what are the topics that we need to cover for this examination further, and then we will also pursue how to prepare. See, that is the basic purpose of coming today. I'll be talking about that part too, that how do you pursue in this examination, what are the specific things that you need to take care of. But before I pursue further, everyone, first of all, please share the session, like the session, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Okay, with this particular thing, let's begin with the session, everyone. See, when I talk about this examination, first part, understanding ABFM. What is ABFM? ABFM is Advanced Business and Financial Management. It is basically the third examination. Okay? First is ABFM, then is BFM, then first is ABM, second is BFM, and third is ABFM. When I talk about ABFM, ABFM is basically a very, I would say, it's a typical subject having two modules, A and D, completely theory based, while if I talk about B and C, they are more practical based or numerical based. So this makes the entire subject quite challenging because around 50% of the paper is theory and around 50% is practical. What's the exam format for this examination? You have no option questions as well. Recently they introduced these kind of questions. This is definitely a dangerous thing that they have introduced, making it very difficult because when we talk about this part, the how do we proceed further? See, if I talk about the part that they have introduced, that is no option questions. These are basically numerical questions. So, matlab in the numerical part, you cannot actually you cannot basically guess the question. Okay, what can be the answer? Normally, there are four options. So, if there are four options, one of them might be correct. So, in this case, you really don't have to worry about that part. If you're talking about the numerical part, you can definitely go ahead and guess. But what would you do in this kind of issue, everyone? मतलब we are definitely stuck with this part ki oh ho, now what should be my exact forwarding what should be that specific way of working overall if I tell you. ठीक है ना? So basically I'm going to tell you about all the different types of questions they ask. You have no option questions for numericals. Then MCQs are there, definitely the simple MCQs, which will have which among the following is correct or which one is true among the following. Reasoning assertion based questions are there. Even the match of the following based questions are there. Case study based questions have been recently introduced at a greater level. Almost 30 to 40%. It's actually like 60-40 right now in terms of the normal questions and case study respectively. So that means in your examination 40% of your paper is gonna be the area which is pure I would say this is 40% of the paper is case study based. So how do we perceive that particular further, you know? First of all, we had to understand what exactly the subject is. Now let's look at the module overview, everyone. In terms of your examination, you have four specific modules that includes number one is your management based topics are there. In terms of actually the first is business management, which is there in the module A. Second module is basically your area of financial management. Third module is mergers and acquisition based valuation, mergers and acquisitions, and last one is in terms of the financing area. Hybrid finance is a part of it. Then we have green financing a part of it. Then we have SPACs, there's a special purpose acquisition companies are a part of it. So there are a lot of things which are there, making the entire examination typical as well as difficult. See, if I talk about this paper, when you are looking at this part, you have management based topics, financial management. In terms of module B and module C, you have to be very careful when you are preparing, because there are so many numericals and concept based questions there, right? While in terms of module A and module D, the challenging part is the number of philosophers. They talk about the people who actually contributed towards this area. And in terms of module D, you will find a lot of definitions of finance, hardcore, updated, new basis. Hybrid finance is a part of it. SPAC is there. Green financing is there. Then you have startup finance, right? So they are little challenging to prepare for. Then let's talk about the preparation strategy as well. The preparation strategy should be what? Understand the syllabus first. If you know the syllabus, that is, know your syllabus exactly, note down that part. For example, I like practical part more, so I would say B and C is something which I personally enjoy a lot when I'm dealing with these particular concepts and all. Now I love that part. But A and D is something which is pure theory, which I find very easy. So what I do is I did B and C first, because that it keeps my interest. Varna, there's another way. The other way is basically what I would do. A, which is pure theory, that becomes something which lays down the foundation of the preparation, right? See, the point is, if I talk about module A, it is easy, it can be quickly done because it is pure theory based. So in this case, what will happen? You have module A, which is completely theory based, which will, once you do this particular topic, this will trick your mind that this subject is easy, and you tend to develop interest in it. Then the next part is module B. Module B is all practical. So you deal with that practical part once. Ki, "ठीक है, it's okay. I will do the practical part." Sorted? I'm sorry. Then go ahead and do the specific area of module C. ठीक है, module C is pure practical further. And then module D. So you have two theory, two practical. So you can do is you can have alternate as well, right? I'm sorry. Geez, everyone. Am I audible clearly? Just a little trouble there. Okay, we were talking about what do we do. So you need to understand, either there is another trick that I do when I have to when I try to develop an interest in something, na, theory, then practical, then do some theory, then do practical. In this case, you have that balance. कि ठीक है, I can study properly now, right? Next part is time management. When you are doing it now, I think 2 weeks per module is a good thing, because you have around 6 chapters in the first one, similar amount of chapters in the second one. So overall, you have around 25 chapters, roughly 6 to 7 chapters per module. Then conceptual clarity comes when you go slow, right? Because you're focusing on your conceptual part. You're not focusing on any random thing. कि ठीक है ना, just let's finish it up. No, you're giving yourself the time and space. So in this case, you can have conceptual clarity, right? Apologies, everyone. Just a little throat problem. Then let's move on. Then we have to practice. See, the first part is MCQ, case studies. These require thorough practice. Even match the following and all is also there. So please make sure that you are going through this. Even numerical part, no option questions are there. Pick up the module, go through the particular illustrations properly, because then you will have a greater chance of solving it in the exam even. Once you're done with all this thing, then the part of revision comes. You have to prepare your quick notes, that is best thing to have, and then you go for complete tests. One particular thing that you can do is, sorry, that is You can go for unit testing. Matlab, prepare one particular chapter, then go for its testing, and then by then go for full length. What can be your timing? I can say matlab, there are different things that you can take up. Since you don't have only one subject, you have multiple subjects. 5 subjects are there. So how can you pursue further? In terms of your studies, 1 to 2 hours in the morning if you have given, that is good overall in terms of your studies, because I think 1 hour ABFM is good enough, right? And in the evening you can once you're done with the theoretical chapter, in the theoretical part all you need is the morning time. In the morning go with the MCQs as well, but when you are dealing with numerical part in the morning, if you are good in terms of your practical part, then the morning is the perfect time. But if you don't like that part, then in the morning do that part at once, and in the evening practice it so that you develop that confidence in it. And in the evening, the best time is late night. You can go for the testings, not every day of course, but if you do this part, that is good enough. And this is not only for APFM, but every alternate, try to go for the testing for the specific chapters you are done with, and always go for time management. Then stay consistent when you're working. It's always very important that you are being consistent in your working, and at the same time avoid being burnout, because you need to give breaks as well. So I think this can be your plan for Monday to Friday. On Saturday and Sunday relax, right? Every single day give time to your studies. On Saturday and Sunday relax a bit and study only that much if you are able to do much, or otherwise there are so many people whom I know, they prefer studying on Saturday and Sunday but throughout the week they don't. So it depends upon you which particular study plan is good for you, right? And then comes what are the specific areas you can go for. Everybody, there is only one thing that you should take up is your Macmillan books. Number one. In terms of additional tools, you can go for Ada 24/7 there. Ada 24/7 has a specific area. Myself is a faculty of ABFM, right? So if I talk about it, we have unit testing there. You can give test on the basis of one particular chapter. Okay, and then you should practice your case studies as well, which is very important. And you can also go for PYQs. Okay, and then self-made notes are the best. Why? Because you write down things. The in the study pattern is always the best one is the primitive one, which in which we used to have a notebook and pencil and pen, or we are writing it down. So prepare those key formulas in one particular area, have a particular register where you are writing all this. Then concepts or tricky questions, wherever you feel these questions are weird, mark it up and note it down in your notebook, so that you remember I have to refer this and this slide, or refer this and this class, or this is the question, whatever you feel comfortable with. Then comes mock test importance. It is very important. It helps you in terms of your time management. It helps you in identifying the weak areas. Especially unit testing will help you to find out which particular topics are super difficult and which one are super easy. Then this increases your speed and accuracy, and I think frequency is super important. Don't have everyday testing and all. It would definitely burn you up. But you can do is basically you can have those alternates where you are studying a particular topic and then leaving it. Next day you give the test only, and then you can study the next topic later on. That's why I think 2 weeks are good enough. You have 14 days to cover 6 chapters, right? Then one of the most important things that you should do is stay updated, follow your specific subject in a certain manner that you know the market overall. If you know the market, you will definitely be successful in your BFM as well. Okay, BFM is more market based than ABFM. Then focus on the numerical area. Module B carries more marks than module C. So focus on the numerical portion of B and the theoretical portion of C a little more, so that you understand, but at least have the conceptual clarity. Then go for the case studies. Then you have to stay consistent, because consistency is the key. And then stay positive. Manage your stress. All these things are super important when you're preparing for the examination, because if you are not opened up to all that part, then you will face a lot of problems na? So here it is everyone. If you're planning, then go ahead and check it out. So this is our website ADA 24/7. You can check it out there. Once you open the app, you will find the particular area. Go on to the area of JIP and CIP. This is our CIP June 2025. You can find all the courses there. Mahapack is one of the best things to go for because it includes English medium, bilingual, marathons, and everything else. But you just have to use the code Y541 and you can get it. You will get 81% discount right now. So please go ahead and check it out on our website or in our app for further details. Don't forget to check it out, everyone, because time is ticking away. And before the sale ends, just go ahead and enroll yourself.